It's a tragedy, and it's happening right now. So there are those, as you said, 200,000 political prisoners, and these are only political prisoners: men, women, and children. Why men, women, and children? This is pursuant to a system of guilt by association called Yoncace. Up to three generations of the same family are imprisoned together, as punishment for the perceived wrongdoing of one individual. We have had multiple, and when I say multiple, I refer to hundreds of accounts from North Korean women who were forcibly repatriated by the PRC, by China, of course, in direct violation of China's obligations under the 1951 UN Refugee Convention. These women are brutalized at short-term detention facilities. I'm not talking about political prison camps. If they became pregnant with Chinese men, they're subjected to forced abortions, infanticide, absolutely horrendous treatment. I will refer you to the February 2014 report of the UN Commission of Inquiry on Human Rights in the DPRK. Justice Michael Kirby, who was the head commissioner, warned the Chinese authorities that through their policy of forcibly repatriating North Korean refugees to a place where they faced a credible fear of persecution, the Chinese were aiding and abetting a regime committing crimes against humanity. China has also been using and abusing North Korean labor, North Korean workers. I'm not talking about people who cross the border without the approval of their regime. I'm talking about people, and it gets really complicated here. I'm talking about people who are officially dispatched to China to work at construction site, to work in the seafood processing industry. And I testified before the U.S. Congress on this topic. The DPRK regime confiscates up to 90% of their salary. End of the conflict in Ukraine would be very bad news for the Pyongyang regime. The numbers we work with, I haven't been able to independently verify these numbers, but what we know, let me say from trusted sources, is that they've made about $6 billion out of exports to Russia. So the end of that war would be a problem for North Korea. Ukraine is a big moneymaker, so is the Middle East through Iran. You end these two conflicts, the Kim Jong-un regime is in grave peril. Like this, they can get by. Because, I mean, this is not money for the people, right? It's not like every ordinary North Korean makes money out of the conflict in Ukraine. It's all about the elites. Yeah, so if these two conflicts end someday soon, we hope, yeah, they will be in trouble, no doubt about it. There's no religious freedom in North Korea, none, especially if you're a Christian. So Christians of all creeds, Catholic, Baptist, Protestant, Presbyterian, Protestant, were exterminated with extreme prejudice in North Korea, going back to the 1940s and the 1950s. If they document that you have a relationship to Christian people of religion in general, but especially Christians, you will be sent to a political prison camp. So this is one of the most oppressive regimes in the world when it comes to religious freedom.